Guys, we did it. We freaking did it. We're going to the final. And we thought that Barcelona were probably going to give out some upset, or we're probably going to see Barcelona get outclassed by Osasuna or something like that. But we did it. We actually played a game where we got what we deserved. We created chances, we played with intensity, and we scored the goals. We played with more effectiveness in front of goal, which is why we saw Lamine Yamal and Lewandowski score. And this is the first time since the game against Antwerp, I believe, where we had more of a 1-goal difference against the opposition. We won 2-0. In the past few games, we saw Barcelona win 4-3 or 3-2 or 1-0 or something like that, or 2-1. We saw a lot of games like that where Barcelona barely won by 1 goal. But in this match, I know it's going to sound crazy, but Barcelona took the step forward and we beat Osasuna 2-0, meaning that Barcelona is going to be facing Real Madrid in the Spanish Super Cup final. Let me tell you guys right now, if Barcelona come in with the exact same intensity, focus, enthusiasm to play their football that we saw against Osasuna, I think that Barcelona can win 1-0. I strongly believe that. I think that the Real Madrid team that we saw against Atletico Madrid, they make a lot of errors in the back, and Barcelona can capitalize off of that. Now, I don't know if you guys have heard, but we have seen some news, right, about how there was like this one Real Madrid technical staff, like person or member, that was at the game for the match between Barcelona and Osasuna. And he had a camera where he was trying to analyze exactly how Barcelona played, what was the weaknesses, what was the strengths. And so they were secretly trying to put in that person in there to spy on us. And you know, I think that Real Madrid were expecting for Barcelona to go into the final, and they wanted to take that extra like studying on this current Barcelona team, but that's not going to stop us. You know, Barcelona does not even do that. We don't even need to do that. What we have to do is just focus on ourselves, play the best football possible, and we win the games. And so, like I have mentioned, Lewandowski scored. He scored finally after so many missed chances. I'm like, when is he going to score? When are we actually going to see the striker that we all once knew 4 to 5 years ago? But today we saw it. We saw Christensen take away the ball from the opposition. He passed it to Gundogan. Gundogan found a slick pass to Lewandowski, which was amazing. Gundogan was also one of the best players on this night. Lewandowski got the ball, he controlled it, and scored the first goal. And so I'm happy for Lewandowski. I'm also happy for Gundogan, because the reason why that first goal even happened is because Gundogan was having a great game. So here is going to be the stats on Gundogan. He had 1 assist, 104 touches, so he was very much involved in this game. He had 82 out of 85 passes completed, which was the most, 96% pass accurate rate, which was the highest, 5 out of 6 long balls, 2 crosses, 6 chances created, which was the most, 0 times dispossessed. He never lost the ball, 2 shots, both were on target. We had 1 tackle, 1 clearance, 7 ball recoveries, 7 out of 9 ground duels won, 3 fouls won, and you're just like, wow, what a masterclass performance from Gundogan. He's literally bringing the experience that he brought from Man City and into Barcelona, as he should, right? You want to be able to, look, if you're 33 years old and you just won a Champions League, you want to be able to carry that experience and that, you know, that big game player type of experience into your next team. And Gundogan has done that. He knows how to perform in high stakes when there's like a lot of intensity going on. Gundogan knows how to show up. Sometimes we do see some matches like against Almeria, or maybe like, you know, like those small random games in La Liga. Sometimes we do see Gundogan underperform, but you can definitely bet on Gundogan when you have a game that's very important, right? It's a knockout match. He's always going to show up. And then of course you have Lamine Yamal, who came in for Rafinha. Many thought that, oh man, Rafinha's injured, right? He got a hamstring injury and we had to place in Lamine Yamal. Many were thinking that, oh, this is probably the end for Barcelona. We needed someone more effective, more intensity on the right wing, and now we have Lamine Yamal. Like, yeah, he's gonna do well. Like, I saw some people saying that are like, yeah, he's gonna do well, but he's not gonna bring what Rafinha brings. But the moment Lamine Yamal came, he changed the dynamic, right, of the match immediately. We saw much more involvement in the attack. We saw much more involvement with the midfielders and the attack. Lamine Yamal was doing almost everything in the attack. He was making great through passes. He was taking some shots. And I'm like, okay, we are bound to score another goal. Like when I saw Lamine Yamal there, I'm like, okay, there's definitely going to be another one here. And we saw that. Lamine Yamal put a slick shot to the bottom left corner. And that's basically it. Like, he usually scores like that. And it just looks so easy for him. And the fact that he's just 16 years old, dude, are you kidding me? What other 16-year-old player is able to deliver, you know, like something like that in a semifinal match against Osasuna, right? So I think that most likely we are going to be seeing Lamine Yamal start in that final against Real Madrid, and it's going to be huge, so huge. I'm just thinking, right? Like, if Lamine Yamal ends up delivering in that final. Does that mean that moving forward, we should start with Lamine Yamal no matter what, even if we know that there are some pros from Rafinha? Because right now, the whole idea, or before this match, the whole idea was for Rafinha to be the main starter with Lamine Yamal coming in as a super sub. But I think that if he really performs against Real Madrid and he scores a goal or provides an assist or he does something right, I think that we should really move forward as Lamine Yamal as a starter, because he does not look nervous. He does not look like he's being pressured to play even more games, right? Usually we see youngsters and they're like, oh my God, like what should I do? I have, I'm second guessing this, and you just get nervous, right? And that's always a bad thing, because you don't want to force young players to take the whole weight of the attack. But Lamine Yamal just doesn't seem like he cares. I don't know if you guys have noticed that, but he does not seem like he cares. He comes in and he performs. Now, don't worry, I'm not going to be ignoring the other player, which was Joao Felix. Joao Felix came in, he was effective, he made that amazing dribble down the left flank, and it led towards Lamine Yamal finding the second goal. He put like the ball through somebody's legs before he passed it to Lamine Yamal, and I'm like, thank you. This is the Joao Felix that we have been also wanting to see. There's actually so many underperforming players right now. We're like, finally we see the name that you made for yourself, right? And we were waiting for that at Barcelona, and Joao Felix showcased that he is someone that cares about Barcelona. He really does bring a lot to the left wing, and I see his attitude much different. He was trying to defend more, he was trying to attack more, and it led to good results. I already told you guys that if Joao Felix comes in and he simply just does not care, he's like, I'm just going to be walking here, maybe attack there, and whatever, you're not going to get the best out of Joao Felix, and I'd rather just have Ferran Torres in. But if he plays like this, like what I'm saying here, I'm looking at the video, if he plays like this with maximum intensity, being very self-aware that we need him, he's easily one of the best players in the world. I have said that before. Like, if Joao Felix puts in focus and hard work, very similar to his idol Cristiano Ronaldo, he can become one of the best players in the world. And today we saw a glimpse of that. And so I want to see more of that. I want to see more. Please convince us that you can do great things at Barcelona, because you are on loan, Joao Felix. You are on loan. This is not a permanent transfer. So it's not like you can play, like a 4 out of 10 in one game and then a 3 out of 10 in one game, and we just have to keep you because you're a permanent transfer. No, you're on loan. So you have to prove yourself why we should keep you, or else we're going to send you back to where you don't even want to go, which is Atletico Madrid. And look how they got knocked out by Real Madrid. You don't want to be in that position. You're going to the final with Barcelona, and you partaked in Barcelona's success. So why not continue to perform like this? I don't even want to see on the next game. I don't know who Barcelona play next. Oh yeah, Real Madrid, obviously. I don't want to see in the next game him like just half-assing everything, right? Like, no. Just, dude, like, you have the capability to be in the top 10 best players in the world. I think that Joao Felix can do that, but he has to show that he wants it. And so this whole dynamic that we saw in the last 25 to 30 minutes with Pedri, with Joao Felix, with Lamine Yamal, and with, what's his name? Like those three players, and also with Lewandowski, the dynamic was very fluid. I like that team that we saw in the last 20 minutes compared to the one that we saw in the beginning of the match, the first 20 minutes. You add Pedri, you add Joao Felix, you add Lamine Yamal, there was much more creativity, much more. We did not have those three players when we first started, and come to find out, having Felix with his goal scoring abilities, with his creativity abilities, with Pedri playmaking, with Lamine Yamal finding those through passes, you gain much more. And so I want to see these players start against Real Madrid. I think that they deserve it. And, I haven't talked about Pedri as much. Pedri also changed the game too, in my opinion. It was just orgasmic to see Pedri make that connection with Joao Felix. Is this the beginning of something new? Because they were having a lot of fun on the left wing, and Pedri was trying to dribble through like three players. He passed it to Joao Felix. Joao Felix passed it back, and I'm like, this is just amazing. This is just pure Barcelona play. And so, yes, maybe I am kind of overrating this performance. Maybe you might say, Kevin, you're just getting too hyped up, and relax, it wasn't that great. But it's just, I haven't seen Barcelona play like this in so long. In the past 5 to 8 games, Barcelona looked very flat, but here they look much more dynamic, more fluid, more alive, like they want to win. Joao Felix showed up, Pedri came in and changed the game. Lamine Yamal does not seem nervous. Is that not good news for you guys? Gundogan had a great game. Frankie was being the Frankie that he always is. Yes, we did make some defensive mistakes, but this is a step forward, and that is the only thing that matters. And I feel like, right, like I've said before, I think that Barcelona can win against Real Madrid. If we go in like this, we will. So Saudi Arabia, you got what you wanted. You got that final. You set this up to have Barcelona versus Real Madrid, and you got that. Now a lot of people are going to come in. They're going to be expecting beautiful football, and I think that Barcelona will be the ones to bring that beautiful football. So it is fully deserved. Barcelona got what they needed, right? We took more total shots. We had more possession. We had more shots on target. It was Barcelona's game. And I think that my predicted 11 against Real Madrid is going to be this. I'm just going to say it out here. Lamine Yamal on the right wing, Lewandowski as a striker, Joao Felix on the left because I think that he proved what he can do. In the midfield, I want to see Pedri, Gundogan, and Frankie. It was just so fun to watch those three players play together. And the back line is going to be, as always, Koundé, Christensen, Araujo, and Alejandro Balde. I don't know if Cancelo is going to make it in time, but that's going to be my definitive defensive line, and also Inaki Peña in goal. And so that is it. We did it. We're going to the final. We're going to be playing on Sunday. I will be there. I will make another match review and a match preview for that game. Can't wait. So I'll see you guys in the next one.